My name is Sue Merrick of Merrick Memories, and I'm going to show you tonight. I'm not going to show you my face tonight because I have my ProBow the Hand all set up with 2 cameras. I'm going to do a Christmas tree topper with 3 ribbons. 3 ribbons. All of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each side, plus the center loop that I already have set up with a 20-inch tail of the 3. I have a red, black and white farmhouse, and a red and white. Not your typical Christmas colors, but I thought it would look nice. So, the one thing with ProBow the Hand, if you've never used it before, you need 2 wires. A guide wire, which is, here I wrapped it around the thumb and underneath, and you have, I forgot what this is called, the finger or whatever, and you use this and you twist and turn. Most important thing you know is this is the top of the bow. This is always what you're going to look at. Right up here. That's the top of the bow. Down here is the bottom of the bow. That's important. Another thing that's important, all 3 2.5-inch ribbon need to come with me all at the same time. I have all brand new ribbon streams, and you need a stronger wire than you normally would use. Normally about a 26-inch gauge, which is thinner, but when you're using such a big amount of ribbon, you will have to use a stronger gauge. It's 22 gauge. That's not your typical gauge. It's a little bit harder to use. And I don't have the strongest hands, but I will try my best. Get out my pliers. So remember, everything that goes around here has to be with the red ribbon. If I mess up and have the red and white striped, we're in big trouble. Red, red and white striped, because this is the bottom. This is the top. Okay? So I have my guide wire on, and it loops onto a nail here on the bottom. I can't get that lower camera any closer, but it will show you how you do your hands. You'll see it in both of the pictures. This is not a tutorial, it's just to show you how, and maybe show you the back end of it a little bit. I have it on the side of me. I don't have a thing that I could put it to my chair. So, and the other thing is very important with ProBow the Hand, you have to take your time. This is not a rush job. This is not using the Easy Bow, which I love. I use the ProBow the Hand 4-in-1. I love ProBow the Hand 4-in-1. That's my favorite. But I learned how to do it on this, and I wanted to do a tree topper. So, a tree topper is about 10 inches, 15, that's 10 inches on the left, 10 inches on the right, approximately. So you got about, let me see here, 17 to 12, let's go this way. My math is not the best. It's about a 19 inches wide. And it's probably about 9 inches tall. But by the time the loops get open, it's going to be bigger and hanging down. So, let's get started. Make sure your tie is tied. Your guy is tied. One on the bottom, one on the top. Very important. And you take your time. You always start to your right. You don't want your ribbon to mess up. I have them on the spools that comes with ProBow the Hand. You can see it a little bit in the one film area. So now what you do, I'm going to pull out a bunch of ribbon. There, maybe you can see it a little better. What I'm going to do now, you have to take your time. And it's very important. The reason being, if you don't take your time and they call it bottoms up or whatever, it will not look good. Your bow will not look good. So, you take your time. I call it squish. You really just, and you're not collapsing it like that. You're not folding it. You take it all three, 2.5 inches. I usually guide to see because I don't measure very well. And you take your time. Put it in there. And then you twist. You want, and I hold the wire every time. Not everybody does. It's bottoms up, but I do, because I don't have the strength to hold it all. So here we want, and you want your wire here to be straight out. You don't want it to lay on the flat of this thing, whatever you want to call it. I forgot what the official term is. Finger, the thumb. This is the thumb. So, I gotta move my wire here because I'm getting my, remember the red, you want to have up here, and you want it to be moved nice and smooth, even. You want even tension. I'm going to do this slow because a lot can mess up. And usually I don't cut this much ribbon, but because it is so big and so thick, so much wire, I cut extra wire. I just do. And hopefully we'll have enough because I do tend to want to twist it at every turn because I don't have strong enough hands to hold it. Here you take it, place it there. It's all squished. I haven't twisted it yet. Twist it, a nice twist. You want a nice, smooth twist. Because this is so bulky, I'm holding it there while I'm tightening it. You want it to be together. You do not want it to be loopy and off to the side. Now I can't say that I don't have bows with it off to the side. I do. I absolutely do. Especially when I first started. And if you've never, now you'll see the ribbon is getting tangled. And that's just the nature of the game. And I'm sure I'll have to detangle it at some point. So, pull out a whole bunch of it. Try it evenly, but that's a good question there. The one nice thing about ProBow the Hand is I can leave this. I can leave this here today and stop recording and work on it tomorrow. My hands are not holding it. My hands are not getting tired. My hands are not hurting. My thumbs and everything in between here. Can you imagine doing this by hand? I can't do a bow by hand. I have weakness in my hands. So here we go. We're going to twist it again. We're going to squish it. That's what I call it. You want it to be just kind of nice, even, taut, but not tight. Get it in there nicely. I twist it up. That's how I do. Some people twist up, then they twist down. Do you have to do that? I don't. Maybe it looks better. I think Damon does that. Makes a better bow. I could be wrong. And if Damon, you ever see this tutorial, you do a beautiful tutorial with ProBow the Hand. There. Pulling it tight. I don't know. Maybe I won't have enough wire. So, Alright, now we gotta play. And we're going to spend more time playing with the ribbon, keeping it all on the good side, than we are twisting and turning, I see. This takes a while. Take your time, especially if you're doing a tree topper, if you're using multiple ribbons. Okay, that is top. At least I remembered to do that. I'm holding it. There we go. I'm going to, I'm still holding it there. I want to kind of match it so it's all together. I'm kind of guesstimating it because I do not do good with space relationship. So here we go. Squishing. I have it against there. I have the sweet spot, the thin spot. That's the sweet spot for me. And I twist it. I'm holding it because I don't have it taut yet. I'm holding it with my fingers, but it's not doing that good. And this wire is hard to use. And you're using this strong of a, and you twist it. What was bottom is up. What was up is below, down. So you're twisting it. Always twist it the same way. If you're a left twister with your wire, always go to the right. If you're a left twister with your wire, always go to your left. Never decide, well, I don't like that. I think I'm going to change. No, you can't do that. Can't do that. So, here we go again. We're going to do it. We're going to do it this time. And you'll have to excuse me, everyone. I have allergies. So here we go. We're getting there, folks. And after we do this, okay, we're going up there. See, it's not even on the bottom. You do not want it on the bottom. I could put my whole finger underneath the ribbon. Probably should be a little higher up because I tend to push down. All right. Again, squish, squish and twist. So I got it there. I'm twisting. I got the little guy there. Taking it tight. Bottoms up. That's what they mean. Bottom is to the top. Top is to the bottom. Again, here we go. Again, we do our 3 ribbons. Now, ProBow the Hand was made by Virginia Sellers. Her and her husband is my understanding. And you could buy this at Amazon. I bought mine at Amazon. You could buy it from ProBow the Hand. It has letters, small little A level, B, C, D, E, and F. 9 left, 6 left hand, 6 right hand. Each level of these is a different width. Like this is 9 inches, this is 8, this should be 7, 6, 5, and this is 2 or 3. So here, let me get my ribbon together. And like I said, I'm Sue Merrick of Merrick Memories. I have been crafting. I've done various crafts, counted cross stitch, long stitch, stuff like that. I did ceramics as a kid. And I was in a bad car crash. And I was an RN, registered nurse for 30 years. Loved it. Loved being a nurse. Granted, we all have our days. Granted, I'm playing with my ribbon because I want it to be smooth. I do not want it to get tangled up. No, no, no. No, no, no. Alright. I got it kind of like happy. Got my ribbon down here a little bit happy. That was folded up. So you always got to be careful. especially when you're doing multiple ribbons. I'm sure you could do more. There's various bows. There's the Lisa bow, the Terry bow, the Damon bow. There are all kinds of bows. 4-2 bow. I have no idea. I'm not the bow maker of the world, quite frankly. So here we go. We're going to, I got it squished. I don't know if you can see that, but I have it squished. Squish it a little bit closer. Oh, see, I had it up on the peg. Squish and twist. Bottom up. You didn't like the way I twisted that? Then you tighten it. So basically you're doing a 180, tighten it, snug it, do what you gotta do. This was not one of my better turns here. Play with it. You have to. This is a good amount of money in here with ribbon and stuff. This is a big bow. And then you're going to add streamers to the bottom of it so that they can hook it into the tree. You want this to be kind of straight out. Now I would probably not make it for Virginia sellers. Probably not very straight. And that's the way it is. But you want to make it as straight as possible. Why? It makes a better bow. That's why. So, here we go. We got the red on the outside, our black and white, and our red and white. Here we go. Pull in some more. Get that around there. Make sure it's all pretty nice. It's not tangled. A little bit was tangled over here. So, and I was in a bad car crash, and I have sleeping issues sometimes, and I was watching YouTube, and there was this hard-working mom that came on, and she was making a wreath, and I just fell in love, just liked her. I kept watching her and watching her and watching her, and then I found out she does lives on YouTube. Okay, we got our ribbon back here. I got it squished. Got enough here. Right, I moved it. And I'm going to twist it. Twist it. I want to kind of like keep it together. Take that bottom, the top one, there, make it nice and tight as you can, and turn it around. So it's a 360. So, now this is a little bit messed up. So anyway, I was watching Hardworking Mom, and I started making, I said, if she could do it, I could do it. And plus she was in the medical profession, and I just identified with her. And then I started watching her when she went live and all this other stuff. And I eventually got into her business group. I was like number 50 or 40 something. There weren't very many of us in the group back then. And I was so happy to start a business. And I did not fly. I did not know how to do a business. I was an RN. I had a lot of physical issues to overcome. A lot of other things to come from my accident. So it took me a while. I didn't have a computer. You need a computer in this business. Might as well forget it if you don't. Take it from me. 9 months later, I finally got a computer, and I started doing lives. Now, my internet, I have a satellite internet provider. I live way out in the country, up on a dirt road, bottoms up, and I can't do lives. The quality is too poor, so now I record them. So I'm going back to the Lori way. And I do miss lives because I do miss the excitement of it, getting off it, not off it. That doesn't sound very good. But, you know, the camaraderie, I just miss that. So now I do premieres. Merrick Memories is on Facebook. You can find me under Merrick, M-E-R-R-I-C-K, Memories. You can find me I have a YouTube channel, Merrick Memories. And I have an Etsy store, Merrick Memories. I was blessed. I was lucky to get everything the same name. And I named it that because my last name is Merrick, and this is not to make people feel sad for me. It's not, it's just the way it is. Okay, before I get into that, I have it here. I'm holding it in place. The red is to the back. I'm twisting it. I'm holding it. Kind of taut. This is the fine time here. Got my wire up. Twist. See how it's sticking out? We're almost done. We're almost done. It's not that painful. It really isn't. You take your time using the ProBow. It's not painful. It's just very intimidating. Extremely. It was very intimidating for me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, couldn't do it, couldn't do it. And I was like, by God, it's not brain surgery. Lord, I'm not killing anybody. So I just watched more videos and took notes. That's how I am. I was a note taker in nursing school. So anyway, the reason why I named it Merrick Memories was my father was killed, Stuart Merrick, Sr. Well, not Sr., Stuart Merrick. He was killed when I was a baby. See how this folded up? You gotta be careful. Gotta be careful here. My red and white folded up. So, you want to make sure that it's flat. If you don't catch that, you got problems. And once this is together, this stuff is together. Okay. So anyway, my father was killed when I was an infant, and I never really knew my dad, didn't know him at all. And when I was introduced to him was how my family, the Merrick family, and my grandma would teach me about my father. And it was through the memories of my family that I learned about my father. So I always kept the name Merrick to honor him. And so I named it Merrick Memories. And it's through the memories of my family is how I got to know my dad. Okay, we're almost there, folks. We got one peg on each side, all right? I got my hand there. I twisted it up. Holding it, holding it, holding it. Holding, 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 holding. It loosens up a little bit. I want to pull it a little bit tighter. Now, you do not want it so tight that the pegs are like... You don't want to do that. You want it to be even. You want it to be even. You want this to be even as this is even. And that's how you want to do it. And I got to take a sip of soda here, folks. But see, I could step away. I can step away. That's why it's called ProBow the Hand. Bow in the hand. And I can leave it. So now, we're getting to our end. My right hand, because this is the right ring, right hand will be done. So I'm pulling my ribbons out, making sure I have them all hunky-dory, which means good, even. See, it's a constant fluid motion. It's not going crazy. It's not getting nuts. So here I have my red again. Out. I am making sure all three of my ribbons are in good stead there. And I'm squishing my ribbon. And what I'm going to do, I kind of like put it there to give it an eyeball because I don't have good hand and eye, and I twist. And I'm holding it, and I kind of let go of that. Kind of let the ball slip. See? I didn't like it. Didn't like the way it went. So I'm redoing it. It's embarrassing. I'm recording this. Who knows how many people watch this. I hope a lot of people watch it. But it just goes to show I am not a professional. I have not been crafting that long. But this is just what I've learned. I'm in Lori Jacobs' Hardworking Moms Business Group, The Success Path. And I'm in her design group. And because I'm not the most technologically advanced, I belong to Owl's Tech Talk. It's all internet based. I love it. I've learned a lot. I've gotten a lot of friendships out of it. Made friends. I haven't met them yet, but that's okay. That's okay. Now, we're on our last one. Here we go. Kind of like matching them all up. Got one twist in my black and white. My red and white. It doesn't want to play well with others tonight. Not playful. I want to have my own bath. I do not want to be in the bathtub with the others. So, well, you're going to have to. You're sisters now. You're not separate. You're going to be joined together. Okay. So here's our last one. Getting everything ready. Kind of like got my mind measured where I'm going to put it in my hand because this is like 9 inches long. Squishing it. You want it to look nice. Why do I twist it? Because everything faces the front. And I want this ribbon to look good. I want this bow to look good. It's going to be on a Christmas tree. Better be on a Christmas tree. Okay, we're done. In a way. The fun part comes when we take this apart. But until then, we don't take it apart. We kind of take it apart. Alright, what's the next status? Let me just cut this, trim that one more time. You don't have to. It's just me. Okay, I'm going to go over here, get my 3 ribbons together, and I'm going to measure 24 inches. For tails. Was it 24? Let's see. 15, 20, 10. It was 20 inches. Doesn't matter. You can always cut it. We're going to add longer tails to it so that we have streamers hanging down. But you got to have your ribbon straight again. You want it to look good. Alright. Just need a little bit longer. There we go. And I'm going to cut it. Very dear friend gave me these scissors. Very dear friend that I haven't met yet. I live in upstate New York. She lives in Florida. Kind of big difference in there. Not really. I mean, it's not like San Diego and New York City. And I don't mean I live in New York City. I live upstate New York. Way upstate. New York City is about 6 hours away from me. At least. About 5-6 hours. I was born and raised in Jersey. If you notice Oh, what's the word? I have an accent. It's a Jersey girl accent, and I am a Jersey girl. Okay, now, the next thing, let's move this away, this is the fun part. You need to take time. First off, you have a wire here that I have a little loop on. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a wire right there. You do see it. I'm putting my finger on it. A wire there. Let me move it up a little bit so you can see it better. Here's that wire. It's round and round and round and round. Then I have the other part of the wire to the bottom. This we're going to use to tighten. This is what's holding it on there, because I have this wire attached to this wire. So, I'm going to take out, they're both attached. They're about 40 inches long. So I'm undoing, there's a nail over here, and I'm unhooking it from the nail. I have the wire, two of the wires. I have this wire up here. I'm undoing the wire there. You never cross your wire when you're doing ProBow the Hand on the finger, ever, when you're wrapping it around. This is the fun part. Take this. This is when you can lose everything. Now, you kind of want to push things in, kind of hard. Take out that middle, and there you have it. But let's not, I didn't tighten it yet. The two outside wires is what needs to be tightened. You take your ribbon. I'm going to have to do it the other way, folks, because my right hand is stronger than my left. Pushing on it. See how I have my hand on this? I am giving it a major... That's why you want this straight. I'm watching to make sure I have this straight. Oh, shoot. Okay. Happy days. Glad I have my hand over it. You take your ribbon, I'm making it flat, and you twist the ribbon. And you twist the ribbon. You do not twist the wires, because the ribbon will tighten up unto itself. That's how you do it. Okay. Then we have the fun part of fluffing this. So let me put my one tail here. And take the other tail. And put it down here. Because one's on the top and one's on the bottom. And I might be able to tighten this up a little bit. Like I said, I'm not the best at doing this. This is not, and this wire is very thick. It's kind of hard to do. And this is bulky. I've never done a Christmas tree topper before. I've done 3, 4, 5 ribbons with the ProBow, but never to this outlandish. And you don't want it where one is on top of, you want them to be next to each other. You don't want one to be on top of the other. And that's what I'm checking now. Make sure I have them all even Stevens. Even Stevens. Okay. I'm going to stop this recording and get my stuff ready for the next stop.